P.J. Washington is out there with Lee, and it's Lively in at the center. And for Portland, Henderson and Simons, they have guard duties. Walker out there with Ayton, and it's Grant in at the 3 slot. Here we are, Greg, getting into the thick of this NBA season. How big of a challenge now is the travel?
Oh, it's a huge one. The reality is all those flights take a toll, so you got to be smart with your sleep schedule and recovery. Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
Henderson dishes to Ayton. Can't cash in from close range. Lee against Grant. Pass to Washington. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
Oh, what a jam! Simon!
Just shocking the defense here. They couldn't keep up with Simon's nimbleness.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. There's Lee with the 3. Some solid defense from Grant. HEA, you went to back-to-back conference finals with Portland. Oh!
And Jeremy Grant is one of those guys that's capable of highlight dunks on a nightly basis. That time, vicious finish.
Lively the pass to Lee, and the layup falls. Lee's got 5.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Henderson kicks to Simons. And it's blocked. Outside Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Simon.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And that one falls for Irving. Both free throws good for Irving.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now Henderson. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. He kicks to Grant, launches it. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
And when it comes to Luka Doncic, he's simply, Greg, one of the best players in the entire game.
No question about it. He's a threat to record a triple-double every time he takes the floor. As versatile and dangerous a player as there is in our league.
Here's Lee. The Blazers getting the bucket. Three-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Trail Blazers trail by 6. And it's Grant that time on the assist by Simon. Grant's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right straight.
Here's Lee. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Dallas moving it around. Now the pass to Washington. From deep. no good from Lee. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Doncic bounce pass. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. There's Lee with the three. The rebound by Simons.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. It's always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Grant down low. Guarded by Hardaway. Lee against Henderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Scoot Henderson became the youngest G League player ever in 2021. He was only 17 then.
And Kevin really speaks to his abilities that he was ready for that near NBA level of competition at such an early age.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good. And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Kevin, well, it depended on the conversation, but at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do, and you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across. In a league of the best athletes in the world, Scoot Henderson stands out. He can just levitate in the air, blow by defenders. Scoot putting on a show.
Dallas, no good that time either.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the three ball is good.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Here's Washington. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. We all know Luka Doncic is a master of one-on-one isolation scoring. Coach Jason Kidd said he knows how to use his body, the angles. Sometimes as a coach you want to run all these plays, but at the end of the day, it's about getting him the ball with enough time to be creative. Kevin?
That's right, David. Letting him cook. Thanks to the report. Lee outside. Nailed from three-point land. Lee's got 8 points.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Ayton. To the middle. Here's Thibault over Lee. And that one's good. Thibault's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Doncic passes to Washington. Green kicks to Lee. Puts up a three. The Mavericks keeping it alive. A new 14. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From outside, off the mark. Grant outside. Dish now to Henderson. Puts up a deep three. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes.
With the score, the Trailblazers 31, the Mavericks 45. Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers youth dance team.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. P.J. Washington is out there with Lee, and it's Lively in at the center. Good on the triple. And that's 11 points for MP.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Passes it to Simons. Driving in. Mavericks with the rebound.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And it's Washington missing.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, he's so active. You got to box Grant out. When the shot goes up, he'll get to the offensive glass, and he rises up off the floor pretty quick.
Dallas calls timeout. At the beginning of his career, Grant was more of a role playing forward. Those days, though, are long gone.
And no question, he just about tripled his shot attempts per game, leading to more and more points, has even developed that three ball to become a multi-level scorer.
Fans. Substitution on the court.
Lee bounce pass. Washington passes to Lee. Kicks it to Green. The three. The shot that time, not on target. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Mavericks.
54. The Mavericks.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Fernie Simons out there with Sharp. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Walker in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
In the paint, Simons really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight.
For your Trailblazer.
And Simons drops them both. Dallas leading by 4. Doncic kicks to Washington. And there's the pass to Lee. Back to Washington. On the wing, Lee gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Ball stolen. To the inside. Washington. No good. Shot missing. Walker with some nice D. The Trailblazers shooting in this game 45%. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Simons against Doncic. And it's Simons missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Lee against Walker. From down in the low post, it goes.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. That one on Simons. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
One shot.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game.
For some changes, Washington comes in for Jones, and Lee subbed in for Dante Exum.
At the line for one.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Laser dancer.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guys draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Anderson looking it over. Simons from outside. Jacks up a 3. Nails the triple.
And Simon's saying, bring it on. I got this and more.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I